All right, hey, Dr. Ermacher here. Just wanted to go through exactly really what the process is when you get set up and you go through Legendary Marketer. So you're looking here at the landing page for this. Now, once you get set up in Legendary Marketer, really this is the only thing that you have to worry about. And here's why. Because you need to get really good at understanding who your prospect is. And I'll talk a little bit more about that, but I think that's one of the most overlooked things in this is who is your prospect? What is the person's age? Are they male or female? Do they gravitate towards buying X, Y, and Z? Things along those lines. Really understand it, and you have to put in the time so you understand that. Otherwise, you can drive a lot of traffic. You can get clicks. You can get video views, you can get engagement on your videos, whatever it is. Doesn't matter if it's Facebook, Google Display, Google pay-per-click, YouTube ads, solo ads, it does not matter. If you don't know and understand your prospect and your audience, they're going to come here and it's not going to work for them and they're not going to go any further. So I'm just going to go through, I'm going to opt in because you're going to drive traffic here and I'm going to show you what happens next. You've got your landing page, I'm going to click yes. I'm going to go ahead and opt into yours. And I'm going to say send it my way. I want to see Dave's strategy. Now, I'm going to pause this. Here's what happens now. Oh, let me pause for a minute and get my ink pen out. What happens is you have, I'm going to use for an example Facebook ads because they're super simple. You can be super targeted and you can drive people. So you've got your Facebook ad right here. You get them to click and they came to the previous page, the landing page, and they gave you their name and their email address, and that can just be email address. I like to use the name because I like to, in my emails then, use their name. There's nothing more people like than to hear their own name. So you had your ad. Again, this is the only thing you really have to worry about after you're set up here. They see this, they put in their information, they come to the page that we're on now. The other thing that happens is this person goes into your autoresponder sequence, whether that's Aweber, SendLane, whatever it is. I have my preferences, but don't overthink this. People are like, oh, what's the best one? Get one. Start building your list. All right. So they go into, let's say you're Aweber, and now you have an email sequence that a 9-figure earner, right? He's done over like $175 million in sales online. He gave you an email sequence that it automatically triggers when they put their email in there and click send it my way. Now they're just automatically get email 1, then they get email 2, email 3, email 4. That goes on for 45 emails. You can do that a couple of different ways. You can have that go every day, or you can space them every other day. So then if you do that, then you have a 90-day sequence where you don't have to touch those people for 90 days. You have to do nothing because it does everything. It's always bringing them back to this page to try and get them to say, yes, let's duplicate this thing. All right. So again, all you have to do, get good with understanding your audience and running good ads, driving them to your landing page and getting them to opt in there. And then it's done from there. Now here's the other beauty. Let's say that you set it up for every other day and your emails go out for 90 days. Dave, 9-figure earner, continues to write daily emails. So all you have to do is copy, go into your Aweber, paste it, and send it to everyone that is done with the 90 days. The other thing that you can do is every Monday night there is a training where he brings on awesome people to train. And he gives you emails for that as well. So what can you do? Go into your list, copy the email that Dave provides, go into the list, paste it, send it, and invite them to the free training. All right? It's super, super simple. So again, I come back to what do you have to worry about? You have to worry about this. Get really good at this. And he provides ad copy, videos, all those things. So that's why I'm telling you, you have to understand your audience, because then those things work. But if you don't understand your audience, it doesn't. All right? Hopefully that made sense. That's where we're going to go in here, and I want to talk to, we're just going to go with traffic. All right? I already clicked on create an ad. So our objective is going to be to get traffic. Now, this is not a Facebook ads course, all right? This is an understanding your market and targeting course, because you can come in, and I'm not going to run this all the way through, but I'll show you legendary traffic. So let's go there. I'm going to click on continue, and you're going to see this is coming up here. You can do, again, it's not about naming or keeping track of anything, but ad set. You don't have to worry about it right now. Come down. Here's what I really want to focus on is your audience. In the online space, it's quirky. I think everyone knows that that's been in it, and it can be a challenge because they try and talk to everyone. Because in reality, everyone does want to make more money. Everyone does want to fire their boss. Everyone wants a nicer car. Everyone wants more free time. Everyone wants to go boating on the week. You know, all those things. People want those things, but that does not mean you can talk to everyone. So I'm going to give you an idea of targeting. And I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to look at age. I'm going to go gender. Again, and this is just highest numbers. It doesn't mean when I click on men and target men only, it doesn't mean that women aren't in. We've seen that. There's a lot of them. But I would talk to them differently. All right? Men and women clearly are differently, and you have to communicate with them differently. I'm talking to men that are between the ages of 30 and 50. All right? Now, again, there's more outside of that, and you'll find all kinds. But when I'm talking to people, this is who I want. All right? Here's part of the reason why on that. You get younger than that, and there's a lot of people that think they can just do a startup and go out and get ventures funding. And again, I'm making statements here, and this is not like judging people or anything else. This is just what you see. All right, you're going to see people that come in and they want to be able to spend $50, and they expect to make $1,000 on that. All right, this range, these people have taken some hard knocks. They've maybe been in the workforce for a while, and they see that, man, this kind of sucks. They have a little bit of money in their pocket. If they want to, they can shift where they spend their money, and they can put it towards internet marketing. All right. Again, if you provide value for them, they can do that. So that's one of the reasons, just getting into the mindset of who I'm targeting, that's one of the reasons why. All right. There's a lot of people in here that are realizing they hate their boss. They have for a long time. Give them a solution. They realize that they're not going anywhere. They're maybe the guy in front of them that's up for a promotion has been there 10 years longer than them. He's not going anywhere. He's going to have to die before that person gets a promotion. All right, so there's a lot of reasons why in there. All right, so you can come down here as well, and you can click on this as far as the detailed targeting. Okay, so let's click on there. And you're going to see a couple of them. And again, I do different things because I've got a health website, so you can see some of them pop up. But look, here's someone, Ty Lopez, is in that niche of kind of work from home, entrepreneurship, that type of stuff. So that's one. The way I create my ads is I'm going to create one with Ty Lopez. Oh, I should have left that up there. Let me get off of that because I'll show you what it does. Don't try and do too much though. Look, I click on Ty Lopez. It starts giving you other people. Gary Vaynerchuk, Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Tim Ferriss, Amy Porterfield, Robert Kiyosaki, Jim Rohn, 4 Hour Workweek. These are all things that are related to Ty Lopez. So my first ad group here that I'm creating is just going to be Ty Lopez. Then once it gets approved, don't run them all at once. Wait till it gets approved. You don't want to get a bunch of dings because you could have 1 or 2 words wrong and they could ding you for it, right? And it counts as a disapproval on your ad account, and they keep track of all that stuff. They don't want people getting a bunch of disapprovals. So the first one is going to be for Ty Lopez. Now, just as an example here again, the second ad group will be for Gary. then Tony, then Grant Cardone, then Tim Ferriss, then Amy Porterfield. And you see where I'm going. And what you're going to be doing then is you're going to find out which one of these gravitates towards your ad, because you're already going to have good ad copy because it's provided for you. It's tested. So you just need to find those audiences and go with those. All right, so we're going to go with Ty Lopez, 30 to 50 and men. And here's what it's going to show you based on that. Now remember, if you remember Ty Lopez, he had 4 million, but now we narrowed it down. 590,000 people is the potential reach. And based off of $20 a day, which I'm going to change that because I want people to understand they can start with $5 a day. There we go. So now your potential reach, again, not that you're going to get this many clicks, your potential reach is 790 to 3,600 people that you can reach with your ad. All right. So now with this placements, man, you're going to hear a lot of stuff, and I have too, and I've tried a lot of different things, and you just hear a lot of stuff. I edit my placements. All right. I split all of these out. Now, if anyone's watched me and seen me do anything on a local scale, like for chiropractors, this is different. I don't split it out. It ends up costing me more. I don't split it like this, is what I should say. But when I'm going national, I split it out. I get rid of Audience Network. I don't want Audience Network. I typically get rid of Facebook or Instagram feed when I'm doing this. I only switch over after I get results with it. I also get rid of instant articles, right column. I only go with Facebook feeds when I'm testing first. Okay? So just understand that. Again, this is not a Facebook ads course. This is just showing you starting point for that. Like I said, I put my daily budget, I want you to see at $5. And then once this gets approved and it starts running, then you start a second one if you can, depending on your total budget, your daily budget, to, again, at $5 per day. And another one at $5 a day, okay? I generally, with my ad delivery, I don't touch this, I let it automatic. What else we got coming down? So let's continue on to the next page. Oh, you're going to see something. Did that change? Oh, yeah. When I went to Facebook feeds only, should show that too. It changed this. Potential reach, 130,000. Daily results. All that went down because now we're not targeting as many people. Okay? So just things you should be aware of and things to look for. I'm going to click on continue. Okay, so you have some options then when you're in here. Number one, you can create a new ad, all right? And it's going to ask you about your page, or you can use an existing post. I do like to use an existing post because then all of the engagement that I've put on there will show up if someone goes to my page and they can see, oh my gosh, it's got 1,000 likes and 400 comments and a bunch of shares. So that's why it's kind of a lasting thing even when I'm done with that, all right? And I can continue to run all of my ad groups to it. You can do that with an ad as well. It's just not a longer term organic thing. So again, that's not what this is. I'm gonna show you an actual ad, create an ad. People get screaming results with both ways, okay? I'm going to use a single image and I'm gonna come up, and again, I don't have any of this started out, so I'm just coming up with stuff. So I'm going to go with, I'll even just put in maybe I've got something in there from previous. Yeah, so, all right, who is my person again? Is that the guy? Again, your image has a huge point. I do want to use a guy probably. You know what? Yeah, again, I'd give you a whole bunch more, but I just want to select that one, and I'm going to click done. I'm going to put it in there. Then you're going to put in your URL. So mine is OnlineFam. See all the different pages I run ads for. Then you're going to go get I'll just show you where these are. The headline, and you'll be able to see them, is right here. Your text is going to be up here. And then I should have scrolled down. The news feed link description, when you fill this in, is going to be in this spot. All right? So that's what you can get from your back office, where all of that content is provided for you. And it does have images, I think, in there too, now that I think about it. So that's how it is. But really what I want you to understand is get good at understanding that market, come in, place that first ad. I'll tell you something else too, what I like to do in here, so that this shows up in both your Aweber and in your Google Analytics. That just jumped on me, is put something in there like ad group 1 or something. Let me pause a minute. Okay, so that in here, so that you know which ad it's coming from, because you're going to be driving traffic across multiple campaigns. I like to do you can just say ad group 1, ad 1, something like that. And then it'll show up in your analytics, and you'll be able to track it that way. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. And then the last thing that you have to do once you have it all set is click place order. So don't really sweat any of this content that you have to put in here. Again, I shouldn't have even put anything as far as the image, because Legendary Marketer does provide images for you and content. So just put in the content. Like I said, the thing you really want to get good at is get good at understanding your market and targeting those people with that relevant message, driving people to your landing page, and getting them to give you that name and email address. Because then once they do that, boom, Legendary Marketer takes over from there. All right? So that's huge. And then again, the most that you have to do is copy and paste emails that Dave provides for you, and you send them to your list. It's that simple. Do not overthink this, and just get good at understanding who you're dealing with. All right, let me know if you have any questions on it.